Hi, I'm Chris Roebuck and I help leaders and organisations beat the challenges that block success, the distractions that stop plans being implemented, the events that stress people out during the day and sometimes keep them awake at night. How do I do that? By reinventing the way we do leadership day to day. Now, I've been a leader in the military, in the business world and in the governmental world for over 30 years, much of it helping develop the performance of leaders at the highest level. I'm also a visiting professor of transformational leadership and a neuroscience accredited coach. Much of the work I have done with senior leaders has been where we are moving them into a dynamic new world. That is the situation that we are in now. More than a dynamic new world, we're in a crisis. We are in a situation where the relationships between people, between organisations and between nation states have been disrupted more than they ever have been since the Second World War. And we need to have a plan to deal with that ourselves. And my military crisis training in support of civilian communities gives me an understanding of what people need to do to get through these tough times. First of all, you need a clear vision. So write down 1, 2 or 3 things you must or want to achieve over the next 3 to 6 months. Secondly, for each of those, write down the milestones or key steps you must successfully implement to achieve that vision. So that is your vision and your plan with your key steps. The next thing you need is to have a set of working principles to make that happen over this next 3 to 6 months. And it's about critically understanding the need to focus on what makes a difference to the achievement of that aim. So it's making sure that every single action focuses in on that and is not a distraction away from that. It's also about making sure that you communicate, because you may be isolating, but you can still use remote methods to stay in touch with your professional colleagues and professional peers, and potentially to stay in touch with people who have perhaps achieved the sort of things you've want to achieve, and they can coach you remotely. And in that sense, use the next 3 to 6 months about learning, growing and developing. Utilize the resources of the internet to find out about those things that you want to achieve, because those resources are out there, you just need to dig a little. It's also about, as you go through, maintaining your motivation, staying in touch with people who can support and motivate you, but also it's about celebrating success. Even if you're on your own, have a little celebration that you've achieved a milestone. In terms of your whole person, it's also though about 1, making sure you eat well, 2, making sure you sleep well, and 3, making sure you get regular exercise. Finally, it's about what we do day to day, our day-to-day routine. You need to think of yourself as a one-person organisation. So set yourself working hours for the working week and stick to them. Normal working hours during which you are totally focused on the achievement of your vision and the other things that I have mentioned. Do not be distracted by other people, by social media. Turn the mobile phone off, whatever is required, so you can focus on those things. The other thing you need to have is a to-do list every single day. This is a list of things you need to do to help you on your journey to achieving that vision. It needs to be prioritized in terms of the things that add most value, and if you don't do something that day, it needs to be brought forward, but you also need to be realistic about what you can achieve in the time period. Finally, what I would say to you is simply this. 1, stay healthy. 2, don't forget you're not on your own, there are people out there who can support you. 3, make sure that you focus on what's important. 4, good luck.